You are now in the court of O'Neill, King of Ireland.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. I am SeiferKatt, and today we are fighting a war over here in Norway because why shouldn't we fight a war in Norway? That's the real question we've got to ask ourselves on a daily basis. What has Norway ever done for us? Nothing! Of course not, it's Norway. Why would Norway ever do anything for us? Oh, wait. Never mind. I heard there was a way to select only boats by dragging, but I don't know how to do it, so never mind. And I don't have enough boats. I've underboated myself. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we've got a fight going on over here. I knew this fight was going to happen, but it's probably going to be fairly bloody and we're probably going to lose it, but that's okay. Because behind this is another 5,000 man reinforcement group. And that 5,000 men will win the day. Actually, I don't know. They did just have one of their flanks just retreat right off the start, although that flank's going to fall soon as well. So, yeah, no, this fight is lost, but they lost a lot of good men doing it, so that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have... I'm just joining them up just so that way I can separate them easier. Oh, this wasn't easy at all. What have I thought? Oh, the king's trying to lead an army again. Gotta stop that in a second. He's always trying to lead those armies. You gotta watch out for kings doing that. They're always like, I'm gonna lead an army today. And it's quite frustrating that they keep trying to do that. Anyway. Cool. So we're gonna select these men and we're gonna put them on the boats. And we're gonna make sure the king hasn't snuck in there again, because he does that. As we just discussed, the king often tries to sneak himself onto the boats so he can go to war. We don't want to lose a king this day. Maybe next episode, but this episode, no. Also, we're going to have this retinue come down here and just deal... Actually, do I even need to deal with the rebels with the retinue? I could probably just do that. I mean, that's enough men to deal with the rebels, so we're going to have them go that way, and that way, and that way. Everyone meets up there, and then we'll deal with the rebels that way. These guys might as well march to Gaui, so that way when the boats come back, they can just, you know, catch a ride from that way. This may actually be a pointless walk. So yeah, I lost that fight, but no big problems really. And people are dying all over the place. That's alright, that's fairly standard. Oh, children lack education. Not on my watch. Okay, you are my son. Oh, you're Ronald. Hey Ronald, you of course you're good at stewardship. I mean, come on. Doesn't really surprise anyone, does it? You can be educated by the Count of Brefine, yes. And Robert, yes, you are fairly good at combat, so let's continue that. Combat, preferably not a Swede or a German or a Norwegian, but an Irishman, yeah. But then again, yeah, you've got a couple of bad traits there, but that's alright. And Krejmir, I didn't name you, but you're an imbecile. All things considered, you've got some stats, but because you're an imbecile and you're possessed, I am just going to have you educated by whoever's the highest rank, who needs to like me a little bit more. So you, yay! I don't even care what your traits are, because he's an imbecile. My lord, I'm so grateful that you have trusted me with your son. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. So, we do have other plans for this episode. After we've taken over this duchy over here, we're going to start a reasonably large fight. A fight that is possibly larger than one I should be taking on right now. But it should be okay. Because we have a plan. It's always good to have plans. Okay, so those men are going to meet up there very soon. And my main force, the Rebellion Execution Force, has met up. So we need to put leaders in there. We don't need great leaders. Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's have just a whole bunch of mayors and bishops going. It's usually how I do my fights. And then we can decide... we can get rid of these guys. Well, not get rid of them, but of course disband the force once they're done. It should be fairly easy. They do outnumber them by 1,000 and they do have a flank. Although, wow, they are losing the centre flank pretty quickly. But no, we'll win this. That's fine. Okay, and vassal inheritance warning. Where are you going? Wait, what? Okay, when you die, your heir is heir to the Duchy of... What? Oh, wait, I think I see what's going on here. There's another duchy around here somewhere that is probably going to take that land. Sure, I've not really cared about Croatia of late, so whatever. I mean, Croatia is just this land that I've just had because of my father, and I never really cared about Croatia. Meanwhile, this rebel force is going down. Yep, the rebel force is down. So apparently Old God should be out in a few weeks. Don't know exactly when it's coming out, but the next expansion, I'm quite excited for it. I might even do another game of it. I'm going to, of course, finish this one before I start doing more videos. I'm going to finish this game, and we're about halfway through this game, so I imagine it'll go to about 60, 70 episodes. This is like the 30th episode or something now, or maybe even the 40th. I don't know. I've lost count a while ago. I do the little banner each time, but I keep forgetting what number I'm up to. But, it's fine. There's a de jure war going on somewhere else. Oh, and we've got a new noble. Great. I don't particularly care, but cool. And we're going to chase them down, and we're going to disband these boats. We will be rebanding these boats, of course, for the next war, because we're going to be attacking this land. And even though I don't actually have a claim to it, my wife does. No, not my wife. My heir's wife does. And so if my heir's wife has a claim, then over time we'll get the claim to that land. So it's a little bit of forethought there, but it'll be for the best. It's a good idea. Okay, and so we're just gonna attack this land. We don't want to waste time. No use standing around doing nothing. There's probably wars to be had. I mean, look at these guys. They're warring. We can usurp a title of Duchy of Cornwall. I would like to. Or we can also create a title here. That might not be the worst idea as well. Just to sort of unify this land. Although the fact that there's a duke there is kind of annoying. Because I don't really want to give him another duchy. Because he's already kind of one of my stronger dukes. Actually, who just created... You just created the... Okay, you probably want the County of Brefine. You know what? I'm going to give you the County of Brefine. Because I don't want this guy to be... here. Oh no, wait. I've got to do it this way, don't I? Derp. So Brefine... there you go, Counter Brefine. So I'll give you Counter Brefine, there you go. So that's one less person I need to worry about, because now the Earl of Brefine, or Count of Brefine, why are you a Count, is under Cognac. So that's, that's done. No worries there anymore. And we'll just take this land super quickly. People are taking land wherever they feel like it. That's cool, I suppose. Somerset. Hang on a second, isn't Somerset... Oh, Somerset's this land. I was like, isn't Somerset British? Yes, it's the British land I actually own. Herb. And they're not giving up just yet. And the next fight is just too much. Too many men to attack, so I'm just going to wait for it. Meanwhile, we're going for a alliance with Vesterland? Isn't Vesterland the place I'm fighting right now? Oh, wait, no, it's over here. That's right. That was my plan. That was my plan to get this house under, or this area under my control. More under my control. I want to claim on this land permanently. And so that'll happen over time. Everything is just, you got to take your time in this game. That's really the important thing. You just take your time, take everything slowly. You don't need to rush or anything like that. Just take your freaking time, and you'll be okay. Meanwhile, I'm going to I've got the son here who has no land. I might give him some land. Oh, he's an imbecile. Never mind. I'm not giving an imbecile son anything. Because he's an imbecile. If I could get him killed somehow, that would probably be better. Who am I trying to kill? I'm trying to kill someone. I'm trying to kill the heir to Vesterland. Sure, actually, you know, let's not do that. It's not really going to give me a lot of gain for a little bit more of a risk than I want to take at this stage. So you should have everyone here under your control except for that land, yeah. And you probably don't like that you don't have that land. Yeah, that's right. Duchies like to have all the land they deserve. Like that's within their area. That's expected, I suppose. Meanwhile, when do my peace trees end? Dyfed, don't really care about that one. That one I care about. That's another 3 years away. And that one is a bajillion years away, but it doesn't really matter. And we're taking over Vestfold. I wonder if that means like Westfold. I don't know. They're barely able to pay their taxes. Sorry, I'm not lowering the tax rate for cities. That's where my money comes from. I mean, come on, people. Come on, sheeple. I need my money. And this place is about as upgraded as it's going to get now until we get some more research done. So we need improved keeps up. Oh, and we've got a offer peace treaty. There we go. Accept. Great. So we now have more land. We don't have that final piece of land, that's okay, but we can get that sort of later. He's got a duchy there, he's got one land of it. Whatever. I don't even care. Okay, so now what we've got to do is we've got to disband the main force, and we're going to keep the retinue here. Actually, we can... I think I saw that we can attack Denmark somehow? That's probably not going to help, actually. That's in fact not going to help at all. Wiltshire... There's a whole bunch of English lands we can attack, but as always, I'm not fighting England until they fracture. Speaking of fracturing, Golden Horde growing, Ilkhanate, wow, they're getting bigger. I wonder how long it's going to be until they stop. They'll stop when probably there's a succession crisis, but their leader is 29 years old, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. The Golden Horde leader is 47, so he's more likely to fracture sooner rather than later. Of course, the Ilkhanate and the Golden Horde do fight in the battles themselves, so that helps. Alright, so now we go to your liege, the King of Norway, and we declare war. That's my daughter-in-law's claim. Yes, actually, we've got a child. So, no, I really want to wait for a son, actually, before I start being too reckless. So we're just going to accelerate time and just wait to see what the future brings. This is always the interesting time of the game. County of Moray, what? I can get a county? Another county of Moray? I thought that was in Scotland. Claim Sweden. Claim... Hang on, what am I doing? I wish it would just stay up that stupid screen. Oh, we've got claims to areas that the Ilkhanate are fighting at. How the hell do we have claims over... Oh! No, I don't even know. That one's a weird one. Just someone in Somerset. Oh, okay, so... We have a claim for Moray, but... I can wait on that one. I would like to get more Scotland sooner, but I can wait. I can wait for Scotland. Scotland! Worth waiting for! How are we going for claiming Norway, though? That should be getting up there. De jure Norway. Yeah, we've got one of the duchies. We need to control more provinces and then we'll be good. I wonder if we can sneak out a... No, that's fine. This is an alliance with Desmond, who is Irish, I believe. Yes. Well, we're going to go for that just because that way we've got a little bit more of an alliance with them, and that makes them a little less likely to want to attack me. Unlanded sons. Yes, but he's an imbecile, so I don't actually care. However, an unlanded son does reduce my prestige a bit by 0.8 per month. Of course, I'm getting 5.1 per month, and I could probably get even more than that if I really felt like it. In fact, do I want to... Next time I get the chance, I think I might have a feast. Feasts are good. And my aunt is Midas touched. Nice. That's a good trait. She is ambitious as well. Let's see if we can marry her off to someone who has power. We cannot. We can marry her to a whole bunch of people, but no one with power. So that's a little disappointing, but alright. It's acceptable. So we'll just wait. We might be able to find something for her later. Meanwhile, my people are fighting amongst themselves, as always. And my son's wife has still not given birth to a son. My son's wife has not given birth to a son. Yes, that's a thing. I have a grandson. That's cool. Great. The imbecile is... Can I kill you? I could assassinate you. Well, actually, is my imbecile son also an imbecile? No. I believe one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating proper leverages. Who are you? Yeah, sure, let's use legalism to stop that from going on. Don't know if that was a good idea, but that's what I've done. Okay. He promises not to associate with factions. Do I have any factions against me at the moment? Got one guy who's all like, oh, I want someone to be for Wales. Yeah, it's fine. Any plots that I care about right now? Oh, actually. Oh, someone's fabricating a claim on the Duchy of Croatia. Well, sure, if you must. What I could do is I don't actually own any Croatian land. If I get another duchy, I think I'm just gonna give the Duchy of Croatia away, because this duchy is kind of dumb. There are much better duchies I could have. Okay. Someone has died. Wow, that's right, this girl's pretty good. Kind of want her to stay in the family, though. So let's see if we can get a betrothal for someone who is also pretty good. Someone who is equally quick would be good. But I'm not seeing anyone. Looking for some good traits. Not really seeing anything that's screaming out to me at this stage. There's a whole bunch of traits there. Oh, 54, I don't really care. Come on, good traits, good traits. I bet you all the good trait people are just not accepting this matriarchal marriage. As you'd expect. Infirm. Interesting. That's not a good trait. That's a bad trait. Alright then. Let's just go high skills then. High skills are good. There we go. You're probably the best. No, not that great. There, fine. Marry a Scottish Duke. Be fine. And further increase your intrigue skills. Yes, excellent. I don't care for anything that the Byzantium Empire is doing. Actually, maybe I should. So let's go back to that for a second, can I? I cannot. Alright then, never mind. I'm kind of a little worried about the Ilkhanate and the Golden Horde, and if Byzantium can stop them, that'd be better. Actually, maybe I don't want to go for Norway at this stage. Norway could be a little bit more than I can chew right now. Well, it's not more than I can chew, it's just I'm worried about what the Ilkhanate and the Golden Horde are doing. Because they're expanding. And that is a valid concern. Oh, the Crusade! I'm always up for a crusade. Especially now that I've actually got a military. So where are we crusading for? The Kingdom of Galicia. Oh, that's an easy crusade. I'm in. I am so in for that crusade, so... could I even raise up... I could probably even raise up Holy Orders. The only problem is I've got all my... Actually, do I have enough boats to get these forces out of there? I do not. That's annoying. Okay, I'm going to do some boat work. See you in a second. Okay, I'm not raising the boats just yet, but I will be doing that soon. Oh man, crusades. I love a good crusade. So I'm just getting all my forces to meet up at places that are good to meet up at. So a whole bunch of people meeting up at Orel. And we're just going to just charge into there and get the Kingdom of Galicia for myself. Should be a good crusade. I've got good feelings about this crusade, I do. We're going to need a lot of boats though. Because we're going to have 13,000 men there. Okay, I don't think we're going to put all 13,000 men in the same group. That could be too many boats. Okay, so let's just get this number of boats. How many have we got there? 121? Oh, actually, we might be able to get all the boats in the same group. More boats is always good. I may not even need to raise a Holy Order, but I might just do it just because. Why not? Ooh, scroll lock. Shouldn't hit that key. Don't know what it does. Locks the scrolling, I suppose. In theory. Alright, everyone is just ready for this. Is anyone else joining this crusade yet? Ah! Knights Hospitalia. Who cares what they do, right? They are a small group of men. Oh, I'm just so eager for this crusade now. Wait for these boats to arrive and then we'll just march off. When these boats arrive, we'll march off again. 12 boats left in that fleet. We might have to come back and pick up men. Okay, we've got 153 boats. That's probably more boats than we need. If we wait 2 more days, we'll get a lot more soldiers as well. Okay, great. Actually, we needed more boats. Wow, that was unexpected. Sure. And of these people, I know this sounds weird, but I actually want my king in this one. I know I've been always saying I don't want my king in these fights, but I want my king to get the Crusader trait. Okay, so we've got 153 boats going down here. The first thing we're going to have to do is... Oh no, I was going to say we have to split the forces, but I don't think we have to. And these men can meet up here. So they're going to march all the way around. Meanwhile, my retinue should be meeting up there very soon. Slow going in the boats around Norway. Norway is just a slow place. Knowledge of farming is increased. Well, yes, that's what you need to hear about in a crusade. And yeah, I'll spend some money to get spiritual art increased. Oh man, crusading, guys. So 17,000 men can be supported. Thankfully, we have far more than that. And already we're just charging into them. Reckless abandon. And all of that other good stuff. Okay, and the Mongols sack Baghdad. What? Oh shit. Really? Wait, where's Baghdad? Around here, I suppose. I always thought... Okay, my world geography just failed a little bit there, but that's alright. You know what? I'm not waiting for these men. I'll pick them up later. It's fine. And I want 50 boats. I'm not going to get 50 boats that way, but I will get 68 boats. And my retinue will come down. Brilliant. And now I'm a Crusader? Yes, I am now a Crusader. And also I am a king, just in case you're wondering about that last bit. So, actually what I might do is I might just leave some forces here to take this wall, because this is only 600 men, so we'll split the forces. Not a big split though, just a... 1,200 men can stay there. Meanwhile, these men are just going to go chase down the heathens, as you do. Currently, we are ahead in this war. That's good. As long as we stay ahead, we will get a lot of money. And I do not want that many boats. I need a far lesser amount of boats than that. Great. Actually, no, let's chase down the bigger group. The bigger group is better to chase down. Oh. No, you know what? Let's wait here. There's 14,000 men in that group. I don't really want to accidentally be caught out by that. Oh shit, they're coming for me. Oh crap. This is going to be a big fight. Okay, make sure I do have my best generals in charge, because otherwise shit's going to go down very badly for us. Ooh, I wasn't expecting those sort of numbers. Hopefully our reinforcements should arrive mid-fight, but it might be too late. I guess we'll know in a second. Oh, actually, there they are. They've arrived now. Just in time. Actually, that's not all the reinforcements, is it? That's just some of it. Okay, no, that's all the reinforcements. They're arriving on the 30th of March. We're going to start suffering attrition damage. But they do not want to fight us. Well, that's fine, because we want to fight them now. 15th of April they get away. Okay, well, we're not actually going to chase them down then. We're just going to... Maybe I'm not the leader of the siege. I'm totally the leader of the siege. Oh, now I am. Okay. And we're going to get these boats away. You know what? I might just hire a Holy Order. I wasn't going to, but now that I've seen how many men they have... Knights Templar. Let's get the Knights Templar in. So we're just going to crush these walls quickly, because that'll give us a bonus in fighting this war. I believe also it gives me more support. I may be wrong on that one. But we're ahead. Are we? No, Denmark is ahead. How is Denmark ahead? Bullshit. Alright then, fine. Denmark is ahead. But we will get ahead. Denmark's probably in a fight somewhere. That's fine. We hold land, so we will get ahead very quickly. Provided this war doesn't end too quickly. So we're just going to chase those men down. One of my people has been excommunicated. That's kind of annoying, but expected, I suppose. Oh my goodness. Time has gone long. I'm going to continue this crusade off next time, so sorry guys, but you're going to have to wait till a couple of days. But then, we will finish this crusade. See you next time, guys.